Hi there, welcome back. Today, as you can tell by the title of this video, I am doing my Doctor Who off the bookshelf tour. And I say off the bookshelf because these are books that are kind of overly large and aren't really going to fit anywhere, so I have to do it this way. So I have them all stored in a big plastic bin down here at my feet, which you'll see me digging them out for. So, as you can see, I've kind of decked out for this, and I'm not going to keep this on forever because it's too darn hot in here, but this is a gigantic scarf a friend of mine knitted for me back in high school. We won't say how many years ago that was, but yeah, love the Fourth Doctor, and as the shirt says, you never forget your first Doctor, so definitely Fourth is my all-time favorite, and the newer ones are awesome too. So anyway, let's get started here today, and I'm just going to kind of tuck right in. First, I'm going to do a little bit of the Doctor Who magazine collection that I have. I've got about 4 of these binders, which unfortunately they stopped selling many years ago. I wanted to get most of my collection in it, and before I even had a chance to get barely tucked in, they stopped selling them. I'm not even sure where I got them from, somewhere in England, but they hold about 13 issues of the magazine, and really nice. There's K9. Love these magazines. If you've ever had a chance to check them out, I know they are now being carried at Barnes & Noble, so I at least get to read them, if not purchase them as much or subscribe to them. But they're full of, they have like a comic every issue. They'll talk about the different shows, interviews. Really nicely done. There's some of the comics. Sometimes they're black and white, sometimes they're color. But I had originally subscribed to these magazines. I started with issue 190, and that was September 2, 1992. And I continued my subscription all the way to number 343 on May 26, 2004. So I've got quite a few of them, you can imagine, stored in another plastic tub. And now I pick up issues if it's something that's really intriguing, if there's an introduction to a new Doctor, the passing of Elizabeth Sladen, Sarah Jane Smith. So I kind of collect them sporadically now. So that's the Doctor Who magazine. I also used to go to some conventions, which, I don't know if you can see this plate back here. Actually, it's not a plate. It's a record. I want to pull it out really quick. Ouch. This is a really cool record I got at convention. And it's got all 5 Doctors on there, and there's a big TARDIS at the back there. Used to go to a couple of them and pick up some. That's where I got a lot of these books from. And I also picked up this collection of comics, which is really cool. They're all in plastic sleeves. They're numbered 1 through 19. And it actually goes through a couple different Doctors. You've got the Fourth Doctor. The Fourth Doctor is actually most of them. And I think it starts to go into the fifth Doctor. But yeah, I was really happy to get a hold of those. So just trying to hang on to them. I don't know what they're worth or any of this stuff at this point. But anyway, on to the major part of the book. So I'm just going to kind of go through them so this video isn't like horrendously long. Just show you a little bit of the inside of the books. These are also published quite some time ago. So anyway, this is Doctor Who, Journey Through Time. You can see it's quite a big book. Just fine. And there's the back. And this is a collection of stories involving just about all the Doctors. I think it goes up through, that's the 8th one right there. I think it goes up to the 8th Doctor. And they're fully illustrated. Each one's. There's the 4th Doctor. Some of them are in like a comic book form. Some are in text form. So that one's really nice. Got a kick out of that one. Then we have Doctor Who, The Time Traveler's Guide by Peter Haining. This is a softback. There's that. And this has just synopsises from the show, lots of photos. Pretty nice books. Here are all the different Doctors, some of the movies. There's like an A to Z listing of villainous humanoids. Got a kick out of that. There was one really cool picture. I don't know if I'll find it. Oh yeah, I like this picture of the 7th Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. That one made me laugh. Then we have The Early Years by Jeremy Bentham. And again, these are all large size picture books. This one, published 1986. Just lots of photos. Really nice covers from magazines, Radio Times, back when the first Doctor was out. History of the Daleks. Really nice books. Then, again, I said this is really not in very particular order. This is the 25 Glorious Years by Peter Haining. Excellent. And there's to get plastic wrap, which is quite nice. Well, that'll keep it in good condition. Let's see what we have here. This is a little mixture of black and white and some color photos. There's actually, yeah, that's the first. Yeah, Roger Delgado. That was the first master. That side of the page. There's Sarah Jane Smith, the Brigadier. Little snippets from. There's a whole chapter there on the Doctor Who comics. Really nice book. Then I have a series of books that cover the years of Doctor Who from the 60s. That's the first and second Doctors. And again, oh, this is really nice. It has episode by episode. Obviously, the earlier ones are black and white. And you get into the color photos, descriptions of shows. Real nice details on these. You can see some of the different episodes. They talk with the writers, the producers. There's some really early Cybermen there. Really nicely done hardcover. Then I got the 70s. I was only able to get this one for some reason in paperback. And that is our third and fourth Doctor. Back. Again, these will be a bit more. Try to find some really good photos for third Doctor, Man of Action. He started bringing in more like fight scenes and martial arts, his own version of, I forget, some Vesuvian martial arts or something. Oh, nice detail in those. Oh, there's the fourth Doctor with, I think, the first Romana. There you go. Romana Virat-Nalanda, I think it was. Yeah, so that's third Doctor with Brigadier. Well, nice books. And then we have the 80s, which goes all the way up to the 7th Doctor. So you have their 5th, 6th, and 7th. And I think that might have been the only ones they had. There's the 3 on the back there. And this shows some of the handbooks they had for the Doctors a while back. And I'll show you a little bit of the inside of this. Nice interviews and stuff. All these show some of the novelizations that came out for the shows. And actually I had quite a few of the novelizations, and I'll show you those in a future video because that may take a while. Oh, this is an introduction of the 7th Doctor. And let's see if we get to, and there's Ace, one of my favorite companions. She's just like the first one to really be kind of a badass, you might say. And then these two are kind of like in the type of a set. This is all on the monsters. These are very early monsters, Centaurans and Zygons, and where's the Zygon? I'm sure there are early Cybermen and things in there. Let's see. Oh, Sela and the Mentors. I'm not sure which that one was. Nice color photos. Some more Centaurans. Designs for them. The Autons. Those are really neat. The Silurians and the Sea Devils. So yeah, really nice book for the monsters. And then we have this one on the companions. I think they had one for Cybermen, but I never got a hold of that one, which is a shame. And this has from very early early first companions. Let's see. There's the 5th Doctor with his group of companions. I actually got to meet the 5th Doctor at one of the conventions, so that was kind of cool. Really, really early. I think it's Barbara. These are all 1st Doctor ones here. There's Jamie and Victoria from the 2nd Doctor era. Is that Joe Grant? I forget now. That may be from 3rd Doctor. Yeah, there's Leela. So, yeah, that's a companion novel. And I'm not sure which these were. Let's see. Time frame, the illustrated history. And you can kind of see the silhouettes of the Doctors kind of hidden in the background. Really nice touch. It's a 30th anniversary issue of the Doctor Who on the show. This one's really neat. This had some illustrations in it that were used for either the VHS tapes or book covers. So there's lots of really nice illustrations. This one's from one of the book covers from the Doctor Who New Adventures Time Worm. This one. This is from Survival. I think that was like the last Doctor Who episode of the 7th era. There's another cool one with Ace and the Cybermen. So this one's really, really nice. They did a really beautiful job of this with all the illustrations in it. And then we have this one, Blacklight, The Art of Andrew Skilleter. And this one obviously is just packed with this gentleman's work. Again, I think he did illustrations for all sorts of things. For books and movie cover, or VHS covers, and all sorts of stuff here. Let's see, some good ones there. Yeah. So that one right there was really neat. Oh, yeah, you got 4th Doctor. And the 5th Doctor and the Master. So yeah, really beautiful book. Then, let's see, I have another one by Peter Haining. This is A Key to Time, a year-by-year record. And this was the 21st anniversary special book that came out. Kind of see the Doctors in there. And there's the Master hiding in the background, in the back of the cover. Nice touch. The inside just has a bunch of different newspaper articles, including, it says Time Up Doctor. I think that's when the 4th Doctor left the show. And it's just broken down year by year, month by month, and, yay, the TARDIS. And just facts and things that happened during those times. You see it breaks it down per year, and filled with nice illustrations. Mostly black and white. There's Davros. Real nice book. We have the Doctor Who from A to Z, a celebration of 35 years of adventures in time and space by Gary Galat. And it says, take a new look at Doctor Who in the back of it. And again, it's there's literally a encyclopedia. And it's broken up, letter by letter there. And then there's just all sorts of facts about the show. Is that? Oh yeah, that's soon to be the 9th Doctor. I think. Oh no, that's right. I think that was Joe Grant from the 4th Doctor. There's the 4th. Romana dressed up as the 4th Doctor. And a nice book here. And then I have the 9 Lives of Doctor Who, the first biography of the 9 men who are Doctor Who, again by Peter Haining. He put out quite a few books. And this actually goes up to the 8th Doctor. It says 9 lives because, I don't know if you can see right there, that's Peter Cushing, who portrayed him in the 2 movies. The Doctor Who and the Daleks. And the Dalek Invasion of Earth 2150 AD. And these came out between the first and second Doctor, so he's kind of like Doctor 1.5. So they included him in the book, which is a nice touch. And again, lots of wonderful photos. This is when they did the 5 Doctors, and actually the 4th Doctor there is a wax figure because he wasn't available for the show. Just nice photos, nice interviews and information about each Doctor. This is kind of a funny comic. It's got the 4th Doctor marrying Romana, which he actually did in real life. Dashing young Doctor, Peter Davidson. The Doctor Who Ran Out of Time, Alan Baker. And the back of the cover is really nice too. And there, actually it's the same as the front. Duh. Let's see what else I have. Oh, then I have, this is just like a bound-up graphic novel, The Mark of Mandragora, and that's with the 7th Doctor and 8th. It was really cool. Again, I like those 2 together. I thought they made a really good team. Really sad when the show kind of disappeared for a while. Looks like it was over. Really nice color illustrations. They did a good job of portraying the Doctor and Ace in there. Kind of thin. Good thing. Then, let's see. We have Regeneration by Philip Siegel with Gary Russell. It's a story behind the revival of the television legend. So this is sort of the 8th Doctor, who only had 1 showing, and then of course he was in lots of books and audio adventures as well, and still is, I think, to this day actually. And this is just about the making of that American/US or UK movie. It was okay. It wasn't really a great success. It was so much better when they brought the show back entirely. Lots of clips and photos from the making of it, like I said. This was, what's his name? Oh, what's the guy they had playing the Master in the movie? I didn't really care for him in that role. I did like the fact that they brought Sylvester McCoy back to do the regeneration scene, so he did actually get to do that, so that was a really nice touch. Wish he was in the show a little bit longer. And of course that's when they really changed up the interior of the TARDIS, so it really got quite an overhaul in that movie. Then I have Ace, The Inside Story of the End of an Era by Sophie Aldred, who played Ace, and Mike Tucker. And that's about her time on the show. Couldn't pass that one up because, like I said, they're some of my favorite companion doctor combination there. And it's full of really nice photos. They just had a really good rapport on the show. And the Happiness Patrol, and Survival. Let's see if they have any from the Silver Nemesis was one of my favorites with the Cybermen. Some other nice photos. Yeah, really nice detail in these books. And I'm just down to 2 more here. I have Doctor Who, I Am the Doctor, John Pertwee's final memoir, written by John Pertwee and David J. Howe. Sort of a biography on a large scale book format. And that's, of course, so they can get so many photos and things. This was published, first published in 1996. Yeah, shows some really black and white photos of the Doctor. Just randomly flip here and see what we get. And some color photos. See him with the Dalek. What else we got here? One of his crazy cars. This is a hover car. Can't find Bessie. The yellow car he was driving around. That would be nice to turn up if I could. I'm sure it's in a book somewhere. Oh, that's when they did the 3 Doctors. And I'm trying to think if that's... Oh, it is with William Hartnell. Okay, yeah. Roger Delgado is the master. Yeah, okay, that's that one. And then the last one I have is 5 Rounds Rapid, and it's the autobiography of Nicholas Courtney, Doctor Who's Brigadier, edited by John Nathan Turner. And now, as you know, the Brigadier was with many, many doctors. Oh, speaking of the old car, yeah, there's I think that's Bessie from the Silurians. There he is with Elizabeth Sladen. And a much older Brigadier there. And it's more than just his time in Doctor Who. It shows some of his earlier stage work and stuff. Well, it doesn't even look like him without the mustache. This one... Yeah, he actually appeared in Doctor Who before he became the Brigadier. He was in this episode, The Dalek Master Plan. Looks like a different character. I believe that was the one. And then, of course, he became the Brigadier we know. And he appeared with so many doctors, it was really nice that he was able to do that. And there he is with the 7th Doctor in the little car there. Yep. Again, a little older image of him. Really nice books. Is it on oh, that goes back into black and white. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, finished with the 4th Doctor. A little bit out there. Yeah, that was from Terror of the Zygons in his Scottish costume. But anyway, so that's kind of my oversized, humongous Doctor Who books. I have a whole series of novels and novelizations that I'll do on a part 2 and or 3. And yeah, hope you enjoyed watching, especially all my Whovian fans there. Always comment on the Who shelf back there. And that's all I have for you today. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.